All right, guys. So here we go. Stir 'em up. Okay. So, first of all, it's like, what the heck's extreme? Just think of it as extremes points. Okay. But we're gonna do 3 parts, and I'm gonna separate the video into 3 parts. The first part is just gonna be increasing and decreasing. Very simple concept, okay, with just a few rules, okay? And so, like rule number 1, you have to read it the same way that you read letters, from left to right. Okay, so whenever you're doing increasing and decreasing, always from left to right, just like you should be doing domain. Okay, I want you to draw this graph. It doesn't have to be exactly like it, just close enough. Okay. Focus more on like this one's going up, this one's going down, this one's going up, this one's going down. Focus more on that. Okay, and it does end with the arrow over there. So what I mean by this is when you're looking at this, you want to go like this, from left to right, not from right to left. I had a student this morning, once he got to the homework, he kept missing the problems because he kept going from right to left. Okay, so go from left to right. So guys, and here's the catch to this. If you think about money, you'll never miss this. Okay, so if this was describing the money in your bank account, does this mean you're making money or losing money?
Making.
Making. It's that simple. Okay, this is called increasing. This is called decreasing. Increasing, decreasing. Increasing. So long as you think about money, then you'll know exactly what it's referring to. Okay? So increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing. Okay? But notice if you did it from right to left, it'd be backwards. Right? So that's why it's really important. You go from left to right. Now, let's draw an axis right here, and let's say this is day 0. Okay, so we started with our money on day 0. And then at day 1, this happened, at day 2, this happened, at day 3, this happened, and at day 4, this happened. So just put those dates at those fluctuation points. Okay. So the way we describe, rather than labeling the graph, we describe it with something called intervals. Okay, and it's like, those of you that were here yesterday, it's the exact same way that you do domain. Okay, it's the same exact way. So think of intervals, and let's put this note on here. Always will be the x-axis. Now this one will confuse you because I didn't even put a y-axis on it. But once you start doing problems, they will have an x and a y-axis. So it's always just the x-axis. And so we say, okay, it's increasing, and then it's decreasing. But instead of labeling on the graph, we say it's increasing from this day to this day, and it's decreasing from this day to this day. Okay, that's how we label it, so to speak. So, for example, from what day to what day are we? And I can't see it all. Are we increasing? What's the first time that it increases? 0 to 1. So we say from 0 to 1. Okay. And then what other day did it increase? 2 to 3. So we say from 2 to 3. Now, what's the first timeline where it decreased? Okay, you notice how I'm using parentheses too, right? Yesterday we used brackets. Why am I not using brackets? And this is where like you understand if you really understand, right? If I were to use brackets here, then you would be increasing and decreasing, because remember brackets means touch, right? So you would be doing both at 2. And does that make sense? Can you increase and decrease? Does that make sense? Okay, so that's why we use parentheses. Right before day 2, right after day 2. All right, so let's just finish this. Bless you. And so we, bless you, we decrease again from day 3 to 4. And the final increase, where we're gonna make a lot of money, is from day 4 to what day? Infinity, because it's an arrow, remember, it's an arrow, so arrow means goes forever. Which obviously doesn't make sense for money, but it does for other stuff. Okay. So for forever, it's gonna keep going up, up, up. Is that good, guys? Question? Okay. So on your paper, okay, let's practice this. Do example 1. You don't have to draw this, just put example 1. Okay. I try to zoom in. I hope we can see it back there. Can y'all see it back there, the numbers? Yeah. It's kind of hard a little bit. Maybe just get close enough to that number, okay, not exact. And I just want you to write, where is it increasing? Where is it decreasing? And we also have a constant, which means not increasing, not decreasing, it's staying the same. So give me the intervals of where it's increasing, where it's decreasing. I'll see if I can make it slightly bigger. It's as big as I can make it. Okay. So here we go, guys. We're increasing from what day to what day? 0 to 15. And then do we increase again? When else? 22, 30. Okay, is that it? Yeah, right. Increase, increase. And we are decreasing where?
45 to 60.
40. I heard a few different numbers there. But the only place is decreasing is right here, which is 45 to 60. And then constant from 15 to 20, and again, yeah, 30, no? It's kind of hard to read. 45. Pretty easy? Question? Okay, now I'm gonna give you a hard one, okay? Example 2, listen right here. I want you to draw it just close enough, okay? Let's put, if this was 2 right here, and this was -8, let's put a dot right there. And then make a parabola like this.
We draw this?
Uh-huh. Just sketch it like this. Just like that, like you don't have to draw all the lines. Just at 2, -8 is the vertex. This point right here is at -4, and this one's over here like at 7. So only the important points I'm putting on here. This is the one students struggle with usually the first time. Once you know how it works, then it's easy. But I want you to answer that for me. Where is it decreasing? Where is it increasing? It's really easy to see it, point it out with your finger. It's a little bit harder to label it with intervals for students. Okay, so try it out first, see how you do. Make sure we're still in focus, yeah. Bless you. Remember, you think about days, right? Time. From what day to what day did this happen? let's begin to talk about it. Now, here's what I mean. Visually, it's super easy to tell. What is this doing?
Decrease.
Decreasing, right? So we know that's decreasing. This side is,
Increase.
see, we can tell that, that's easy, right? The hard part is describing that, okay? So, here we go, okay? So, it decreased all the way into day 2. Y'all agree? Okay, so that's not the issue. We stopped at day 2. The issue is, when did we start to decrease, right? Some of you, I don't see, but I just know from experience, would say 4, -4, because you're like, oh, it's decreasing. But it was decreasing before day -4. Over here was still decreasing. Negative infinity, right? Because this keeps going and going and going and going. So way over here at negative infinity, it's still going. So all the way from negative infinity to 2, it decreased. And that's what's hard at first to see that, okay? But once you see it once, then you'll understand. As long as it makes sense in your head. So increasing, we started increasing at day 2, right? 1 second after day 2, milliseconds. And then when did it continue to increase into what day? Infinity, there we go. So that's how that works, okay? Questions, guys? Perfect, so that's the first part. Okay, I'm gonna, go ahead. No, because there's no flat part. And like, you could get really, really technical, like what if you zoomed in at the vertex? Right, like zoom in, 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 but no, like it's always right after that point, I'll go up and then. Okay, so there's